Hello, good afternoon. This is Max. All right, so today we're going to do a live stream in 7.7. Last time I did one in a slower lobby, and one of the comments I got was try to do it in a faster lobby. So here we are. We're going to mess around in 7.7 today. Let me see. Hello, everyone. I got Matthias is here. Matthias, Camud. Um, I see Eddie from my crew. Eddie Cisco's here. Welcome. Let's just get the live racing going until more people actually show up. All right. Brian Jack's here. I know Brian Jack messaged me earlier that he would come. All right. So I am in the Huracan Technica, and I am here with this is probably the mid to fast side of 7.7. I'm not as familiar with 7.7 lobby, so you guys could probably look at the cars that are in here and let me know. All right, so AMK, I literally just uploaded a video about this Prestige Cup car, and the short answer is that it's not that great a car. Uh, it's not terrible, but I wouldn't put all my effort into that car. You should build it enough to at least get through the PC Cup. If you get all the stage sixes, it's, that's hyper. Okay, no problem. That just means my car's bumped. That's not an issue. Um, I can bring in the other account's car instead, so it's not a big deal. Or I'll just slow the car down a little bit. That'll put us in the right lobby. Hold on a second. I will do this. Okay, that should bump me down just enough. So this is a fully maxed car that happens to beat Dino and would work in a lobby like 7.7, but of course it does bump pretty easily. That's the unfortunate reality of this. Let's see, I have another Technica that should definitely be in 7.7. I was just racing it in there, but let's try again here first to see if that helped us. Here we go. This should be 7.7 lobby of some sort. All right, broken tie rod. Here we go. Broken tie rod. All right, let's go. Now, part of the thing about 7.7, it's an interesting lobby, right? It's the last lobby that you can still run cars that can beat that lobby's dyno time before you put into what they call hyper, which in hyper, you're done. The only car that's going to dominate in hyper is the one that runs the fastest in hyper, which is generally you're talking about 6.6 car, 6.5 I think is the fastest now in the game. Something along those lines. I don't even really care because I don't ever want to be in hyper, but that's the reality of the hyper lobby. You will be facing cars that are going to be way too fast. 7.7 is a fun lobby because some cars can't even hit 7.7 fully maxed. Those are not good cars, of course, but the good cars you can definitely get into 7.7 or faster. Most cars, most tier 5s nowadays will be faster than 7.7 fully maxed. So you get a mix of cars that are maxed, not maxed. Some that can beat Dino. Many lost their ability to beat Dino by this point, so you don't have as many Dino Busters. Not to say there are none. You're still going to get some, and they're out there, and some of them are still quite good at it. Whoop! I should have maybe not held back on that shift, but that's okay. 7.73, well, I'll challenge again. I can beat that. So it's kind of a trickier car lobby to play with, and obviously the only place to go from here is hyper. So if you get bumped, then off to hyper you go. All right, so the Technica, obviously I slowed it down for the purpose of getting into this lobby. I can still run under the lobby a bit. This car will do 7.4s pretty easily if it was fully maxed with the right tune. Tuned down a little bit doesn't mean that I can't run 7.5s, but it's just not going to run the 7.4s that it would run if it was fully fully maxed property. Oop, sorry about that, Brian. I think that was some on my end with the connections. Okay. Can you guys all hear me okay? I don't see a lot of comments happening, so I just want to make sure. Hey, Casper, how's it going? Oh, I got my no countdown glitch. I love this thing. I get this every 3 or 4 races. I don't get to see the countdown. I just run the car, but it just bumped the screen a little bit is how it shows it. But it doesn't actually give me a countdown. Now, I'm not actually trying to swap here, but that kind of killed my run on that one. Let's try again. All right, here we go. Let's go. Come on. All right, this one, I got the countdown, and I'm going to run the car as fast as I can. Again, this car won't do 7.4s because I tweaked it, but it'll do 7.5s, I think. Yeah, 591's not that great. It's a lot faster than this when you don't have to slow it down on purpose. But again, doing it all the way through fast means I'm going to end up killing this car very quickly. Let's see how long before the lobby boots me, because I have a feeling after I finish racing skies here, I'm going to get the boot. But let's try again. All right, so let's push the car as usual. Whoa, that was a tight one. Ooh, I actually won that. All right, all right. See, again, this is a 7.59. I mean, it really should be a 7.4 something car, but um, I may have to play with the shifting a little bit. Guys, I'm not trying to be difficult here. I was just racing to race. But you can take this one because I need to see what's going on after this race. I have a feeling I'm not doing myself any favors here. Oh, 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 ah, no countdown. And I miscounted the number of bumps. Hey, hey, Melon, welcome. Wait, I said 19. Well, that's what the computer told. So it is 1700 on your side? It gave me 1900 for GMT when I did the research. Sorry, Melon. Ah, see, I was right. So now I'm in hyper. Um, that's what I expected after running a few 7.6. This car was already somewhat bumped, so it's going to get killed in here. This guy should run like 6.9s against me, but yeah, well, I'll take the damage. I'm going to run really slow. You can bump the car back, but at least you'll know when you're killed, right? Once you're bumped, you'll know about it because your car is going to be in a group that you won't be able to really handle. But that's that's typical. See 7.4, and he's probably holding back. So that's a little bit faster. I bumped one lobby up. That Mustang's always modded. That's correct. It's a very good dyno beater car when you have it set up right. Um, it's a pretty quick car, but again, I bumped you as well, guys. Yeah, that's not surprising. I kind of mentioned in my comments that this might be a bump fest because what happens is when you use these cars the way I have them set up, which is fully maxed, I'm actually running through my list of fully maxed cars first before we try to use cars that are lower performance for 7.7 in the sense that you can get a feel for what works out there, right? Now, that that Huracan Technica, if you set it up to run right and you don't go all in on hitting it, hitting those runs really fast, you could potentially still have some good runs without getting completely bumped. All right, let's see. I'm not sure I'm going to connect here because I was doing that circle search thing, and that usually means the computer's not sure it wants me in here. If I hit back, I'm going to get knocked to a different lobby. I'm going to let it time out. See if I stay here or I'm going to get moved anyway. Let me see if my other account can possibly find this. All right. Let's see. All right. So up. Yep. See, my other account's in here. This one is in 7.7. This is slower end of 7.7 if I remember correctly. Now, anybody want to get in here? Let's see. So this this is again, this car is fully maxed. This is fully maxed. They both dyno right around 7.8, 7.7. So they're in a lobby that's like about 7.7. Okay, let me. Oh, here's somebody. Let's challenge Kizzy from Hitters. Oh, oh. Now Stored has actually challenged me on my other screen. So let me. Can I put that screen up? Let me see if I can put that one up for you guys. I'm going to change the. He disconnected now. Ah, bummer. All right, never mind. Let's go back to. Let's go back to the main one. Okay, so everybody's kind of out of their. Nope, they're probably challenging each other. This is my biggest complaint actually about 7.7. I don't like it for the reason that a lot of times um, I don't actually get to race anybody. I just sit around doing nothing. So I'll race myself because I never reject myself. I always run me and I let me win. So that's the way to do it. If you, this is the only reason to have two accounts really. It's so you can beat yourself up. Um, and feel good about it. You know, I always win when I fight me. I don't know why. I race myself, and somehow I always let myself win. Um, so that's the fun part of having two accounts. And the benefit of having two accounts is when I'm in here, like if I'm running like this, my cars will bump to slower and slower lobbies. There's a limit to that, but it's one of the ways you can reset your car and all that fun stuff, right? So that is why you do that. Now, this isn't good because I'm not finding anybody. I'm going to go out and back in. Let's see if I can find a different lobby. I can bump the car a little bit on the dyno to tweak the lobby as well. Don't forget. So we may do that if it comes down to it. But let's try one more time first to get back in there. If this car just isn't finding anybody, you guys can try looking for me in like 7.8 dyno range. All right, here we go. Let's rock this again. Probably different lobby. Yes, it moved. Okay. Oh, that's going to be a fight. All right. Because you know this thing is a 7.4 car in 7.7 all day long, if not faster. Some guys could probably tweak it into 7.3. So I'm going to have to definitely drive my car right. Right. The 004C has kind of a funky shift, and it's pretty quick in here. But again, you can get other cars that'll run a little bit faster, 7.32. That's about right for that car in here with the right setup and enough. Because don't forget, that car is likely dynoing 7.4 or 3. Not 3. 3 would be pushing it. 7.4 range and still land in 7.7. So it also beats dyno just enough that you can easily get into 7.3. That's probably 7.5 dyno actually. I intentionally didn't set up that particular car because too quick. This is going to be a slower run. I didn't intentionally set up that car to do that, mainly because I wanted to avoid the meta cars for this live stream. I'm trying to give you guys some options and just kind of discuss what ends up in 7.7. And one of the things that works in 7.7, if you're not looking to win against everybody and every meta car out there, is cars like this. They can win. They can actually win and stay in the lobby for a bit. But again, the bumping is going to be more common and more likely. However, it's winnable, right? You can use this car with a little bit. I mean, I set this car up for a bit with slower runs, so it's not going to be instantly bumped, but it will bump quicker than some other cars simply by virtue of the fact that it's fully maxed. Okay, so here we go. So I'm able to stay in that 7.7 range runs, and you know, I'm not selling out your car. It's just a good car, man. It's a meta car and it's really good. So all right, I'm not trying to give away secrets here, but I'm just estimating what your dyno is. Okay, I'm not actually. I never set that car up specifically for that lobby, not successfully anyway. So I'm not trying to sell you out. Don't worry. By the way, welcome to the stream. All right, here we go. So Brian, I am gonna race you fully this time around, and then try to keep it close. If you're in my stream, I'm probably gonna swap with you a little bit to use the opportunity to slow my car down a little. Uh, people I don't know, I'm just going to try to beat them, right? So, all right, here we go. Let's go. All right, Brian, next one, I'm going to raise you cash. You can just take it, okay? So, here we go. Let's go. Woo! I like this car a lot. I mean, it's a funky car to drive, but it actually does well in here. And it has the potential to run like a low 7.4, so it's a great car in that sense. It's a lot of flexibility to use in here if you know how to control it, of course. Hey, Lost Moosehead, welcome. Sam London, welcome. All right, here we go. See, unlike that Technica, this car is actually working a little bit without being instantly destroyed by the matchmaking. And you can get away with a few runs here and there with it. It's not, I mean, it's not the fastest thing out there, but again, it's pretty good. I actually used this quite a bit recently. People like to challenge it because they don't see it very often. That's another thing about it. All right, Brian, I'm gonna raise 200K. Okay, you can take it. I'm not gonna try to beat you on this. Brian was in my last stream too, so he's got actually a very good car. That car is one of the I would consider a top car in this lobby. Uh, it'll hang with that F5 Venom. I think the Venom will still outdo it in the you know if you shift just right, the Venom's still going to outdo it slightly. But the Purple Star version of this car, is that the Victor or is that I keep forgetting which one he's using. The Valor is very close. It's very close. Um, you don't have to give me money back, man. You can win it. Don't worry. I don't mind giving out some cash while we're live streaming it. I got more than enough. I don't think I'm gonna run out of cash anytime soon. So feel free to grab some while the getting's good. You gotta get it while the getting's good. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna jump back out the lobby. I want to see if who else is around and also whether I'm gonna get bumped because I did a few fast runs. Let's see if we stay here. Okay. Oh no, not this. I mean, this car is still gonna be destroying me in this lobby because that's the Striker, right? Yeah. So the Striker beats Dino by quite a bit, uh, 0.3 or so. So with that, and with the fact that it's much faster fully maxed than this, that's a car that's gonna be rather dangerous in here. I was thinking to build that, but then I realized I built other Tuateras and this car was stock, so I didn't mess with it. But I have respect for that car in this lobby. I think if I tweak it, this is a dangerous car as well in this lobby. Okay. Um, oh, here we go. Oh, yes, yes. The CCA 50. This is a solid, very solid car all around in any lobby. Still good in 7.7. Um, Skies, don't kill all your car racing me, okay? It just let's. I'm gonna give you a race, but I would not want you to destroy all your cars because it wouldn't be good. Okay, so 7.4 is a slow run. That's okay. I mean, not slow. That's a little fast actually. But I know that CCA 50 is faster than that, Skies. But again, you have to tweak it a little bit. Tweak it a little bit. Uh, Jesco orange color is, how would I put it? It used to be better. Right now, its main party trick is beating Dino in the slower lobbies and still can be used, but it's not going to be a great live racer for you because it's a little bit too high on the performance points and evo ratio on most lobbies. Despite the fact that it is good, uh, it's not going to be like super good in live against some of the newer, better stuff. All right, here we go. Let's go. Yeah, so CCA 50, one of my favorite cars in the game, actually. I really like Koenigsegg's in general. And oh, here we go. You notice no countdown again? Like, this glitch is killing me. In fact, for the entire event, of the Toyota Supra Elite tuners, I had no countdown. Okay, so I was guessing when to go almost every race. Uh, that was rather obnoxious, and the glitch carries over into live for me quite often. So I've been losing quite a lot of races recently because if I look away from the screen and the countdown starts, this is another one that can hit 7.3 in here. Um, if I look away and look back, I'm like, what the hell's going on? And then the game starts. The guy takes off, and I'm still sitting at the line going, what happened? Why am I not moving? And wait, where's the countdown? And how come he's halfway down the track? So that's the kind of things that I run into a lot. When the countdown does happen, of course, we use it a lot, right? I mean, those who like to live race, we use that countdown to time our launch. So it's very important to us to see it. I can sort of estimate it with the bumps, but those things are not great. They are rather obnoxious for me. Okay, so again, that car is very quick. All right, I'm gonna slow down. Okay, that car is very quick. That new Flash car. It beats Dyno like I showed in my video. It beats Dyno about 0.2. So you can actually get this car in here on a 7.5 Dyno in 7.7 easily. And then you run 0.2 under that, puts you right at low 7.3s as well. So this is a good car for this lobby. Um, very fun to drive. My problem is I refuse to pay for a car like this anymore. I'm just tired and poor. I need to save money for other things in real life. So paying for a car in a video game just isn't on my priority list anymore. Although watching them beat me does tempt me, but it's. Oh, you got bumped again. Oh God, I'm sorry. It's so to not get bumped in 7.7 requires a little bit of self-control for one, and two, uh, the the setups, right? You still want to control your performance points with some of these faster cars, particularly like the CCA 50s and stuff. You can do stuff like, all right, let's go to a Nummax car to kind of play with that. Infinity, I don't know if you're in here, but thanks for the races. So let me go Exile Outlaws. That's Danny's crew. So that's a member. Oh, now I'm bumped. Here we go. Now we're in hyper. Okay. So it took about 6, 7 races or 8 races to get to hyper. It'll take me probably another 3 or 4 or 5 slow races to bump back out of hyper. I could get this car back in. It's not the first time I've been in hyper with it. That's the one thing about 7.7 that is good to know is you can see when you're bumped. I mean, you can tell when you're out of the 7.7 lobbies and boom, you start facing these guys at 6.8, 6.9, 6.7s. Then we go back. Hey, good racing with you. So again, I like that Flash car. It's a good car, and this bumping this car actually gets us to the next point. We can now move over to uh, the next car on the list, which is still a max car, I think, or pretty close to max that I was using. And that's a Lambo. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, here it is. Yeah, it's still maxed. So the SVJ63 Roadster happens to also have a dyno that is close to 7.7, 7.8, which allows it to start in this lobby. Okay. Now, all these cars like the 04C, the Technica, this thing, you're only competing with the better cars not because you have a good dyno, but only because you can beat dyno. So the ultimate result is you're gonna get bumped if you push these cars. There's just no way around it. But at least we know that when we're bumped, because you go into hyper, you're done. This is the one that we were in or close to it before. Yep, I see Carnage in here. So yeah, so this car won't run anything close to 7.3 in here. At best, I think I can push out a 7.5 or 4 out of this car, assuming I shift it. Well, you know which one's actually the next one I was going to bring up is the The Revolto is pretty good in here. Oh wait, I'm using the Revolto shift pattern for this car, which isn't the way I should do it. Third gear for this one, not fourth. Um, I can keep it in here with guys that are running at least somewhere between 7.6 and 7.9 would keep this car pretty stable. But anytime I start pushing 7.6 and faster, that's when these Foley Max cars start to get bumped out. Okay, so this one is a perfect launch. I think quick to third in nitrous or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's the shift pattern. All right, I slowed down a little bit because I wanted to see. He's probably in the 7.6 runs range. 7.7s. We're still in here. I forgot the shift pattern of this one, but this one is very similar to the Revolto's shift pattern in that you're gonna skip a little bit. The Invincible should be good in here. I don't have mine built. I would try it, but you know, you want to be very careful bringing your car right into 7.7 after an initial build and just go crazy because it's not as forgiving about bumping in here as some other lobbies. And like any lobby, you still want to run it slow a few times to settle the car. Don't just go crazy. So if you're building a car at the moment to race me, don't run me all out the first run. I mean, that's a mistake because that actually gets your car bumped very quick. Okay. Um, all right, so here we go. Let's try again. I still can't. Oh, I even got a good launch despite not seeing the countdown. I'm impressed with myself. I need to pat myself on the back for that one. I rarely get it that perfect when I can't see what's going on. But I was looking at the chat. I looked over. I saw the bump, and I hit the button, and it happened to work. I think I'm bumped again. Let me see. Are we still in lobby? Oh, I'm out of gas. Sorry, guys. I didn't pay attention to that part. Oh man, I'm still patting myself about that launch. That's why I wasn't even paying attention to my gas meters running out. Okay. All right. And how about them gas prices in the U.S.? I don't know about the rest of the world. I heard it's bad everywhere, but man, that gas price that we're getting. I mean, we're used to cheap gas here in the U.S., right? So when gas prices go up, you're like, no, oh God, the suffering. So and half of my cars have to use premium, which makes it really bad. All right, here we go. Uh, Countdown. Hello. Oh, good. I'm gonna see it. Oh no, Casper disconnected. Casper, what happened? Did you get the straight up disconnect or what? Oh yeah, it jumped way back up. I was yesterday. I don't know where you are in the U.S., but I'm in Pennsylvania, right? So premium gas is $4.60 something a gallon. I mean, I do remember the back in the day when it hit five and everybody was crying, but I think 460 is getting pretty close. So not a fun time when you have to fill up a car with big tank with premium. All right, so this is not, again, I don't like seeing bots. Bots is a warning and usually not a good warning for you. So if you see bots pop up in your lobby, either the lobby's dying or the lobby's only dying because you're about to get kicked. Okay? So when you see the bots, grab the bots and beat them by a little bit because that guarantees you a slow win run. And slow winning seems to work the best right now in car lobby maintenance. Keeping a car in the lobby, you want to win slow. That'll keep you from getting bumped quick. Not to say it'll stop me from being bumped, because there's an average that's kind of running in the background being calculated. So, oh man, yeah, you're like me. You got cars that only take premium. Yeah, and, and thank God we don't live in California. I heard it's $10 a gallon over there. Um, I'm sure the weather's great, but I don't know if I can tolerate $10 a gallon gas, even if the weather's great. Okay, here we go. Here comes a meta car. These cars are always good in every lobby. Venom F5s. So, okay, well, I'll do my best. I'm still gonna tried my best here to push a good race, but it's not even close. Not even close. Ah, the internet just dropped. Yeah, that nothing you can do about that. 737. That's very normal for Venom F5s again in 7.7. This car isn't gonna touch that. I mean, I can take on some 7.5 cars with this, but 7.3s is way out of my league. Okay, we're gonna switch cars again in a little bit. I want to see the next one because the Revolto's also a 7.4 in 7.7 with its natural dyno beating. So again, that's also a maxed car that's able to be in here and usable. Okay, so we'll do one more bot run. We'll switch around to a different car. Okay. Yeah, the bots for farming cash is good. Don't forget that was the biggest thing with the tier 2 car from Tempest. At least at one point, that was a very common bot car, but I'm not sure how well it works now. What's his name's Lotus? Was it Lotus Exige? Was it an Exige? I can't remember that car now. Now that I'm trying to think of it. Hold on, I can actually go find that car. Well, if I do this, I can go see that car because I'm pretty sure. Oh, this guy. This guy. So this, I even deleted it back in the day because of it. So this car here is one Fins. That's it. Now with the Ferrari 250, that's also a great option because of the better Evo numbers. Okay, so the Revolto starts our process of moving down. Is it your turn? What's up, Melon? Did you find the lobby yet? I'm gonna go back in now with the Revolto, so it should be, you know, tier 5 is always better for farming cash, correct? The Fens thing was farming keys and just getting RP because the tier 2 was running against tier 4 cars. It actually get very nice RP, especially with wild cards. I think at one point with wild cards it was getting with bots pretty good RP. So that's where Fens Exige was popular for that reason. Not necessarily for money because tier 2 cars do not make much money. All right, so that CA Corvette did not. Yeah, 7A. That's in the right lobby. It just, I just happened to be a little bit quicker. Ooh, level up. All right, give me my bronze keys or 35 gold or whatever. Yeah, 35 gold. You would think at ranks 3,000 plus when we level up, they give us like a little better than 35 gold, right? Nobody thought about it too much, I guess. They just like, oh, give them 50 bronze keys. They'll be happy. Right, so who else we got in here? The lobby is not that full. There should be other players in here. Yumera is a decent racer. Yep, Yumera definitely is. I like that car. I just don't use it much, but doesn't mean that it's not a good car. Right? Oh, a little too much. A little too much. And 100th. 100th too much. Uh, I have to check. I don't run daily battles actually every day. I skip them a lot because, I just forget. Uh, I think Race Pass actually made people pay more attention to the daily battle than before. Um, that one I think I got. All right, good deal. All right, so Revolto is pretty good. Um, it's there. It's not gonna take down anything that's really really good in here, but it'll give other people a run for their money. Um, let's see who we got here. Do we have anything else? I mean, I'll still race it at 5. I'm never afraid to race anybody. It just, you have to know going in that sometimes you're not favored to win. That's all. Okay, but you never know how they have their car set up. Not everybody has like the perfect setup in their car in any particular lobby. So sometimes you can still eke out a win, even though the car looks like it's something that would destroy you. Okay, so Revolto again, a little bit of a dyno beater, not completely weak in here, but got to be careful. A few good runs like this, and it's off to hyper with me. All right. Who else we got here? Oh, Casper's back. Casper, if you want to try to, when you come out, I can race you. So 7.7's problem is 7.7 is really broad. You have low 7.7, mid 7.7, high 7.7, 7.8s, low 7.8s, mid 7.8s, and 7.9s, all kind of lumped together in one long chain of cars. And you're basically gap filling. You're looking for me trying to jump into a lobby, and because 7.7 has a lot of people swapping, they never leave. And if they don't leave, there's no space for you to get in, so that could be why you can't find me. You're just getting in and out of the same lobbies because this lobby I happen to be in is currently full. That's part of the reason I actually avoided 7.7 a lot, was because a lot of times I can't seem to get in or out of a particular part of 7.7. It's very obnoxious in that sense. Um, when we're doing live stream where we're trying to find each other, with a friend I can do it, because in the end, as long as there are two spots nearby, we'll end up finding each other. But it's much harder to get in there and just, instantly get into the right part of 7.7 with certain cars. It's tough. Okay, let's go. Right? So this Revolto gets out of the hole really quick, um, and then usually the Supras should be able to catch up and pass it towards the end. That's the difference in the way the cars run, and you're going to have different things with different cars. That's always the case. Oh, Casper, are you on a 7.8 dyno or are you on 7.7 dyno? I'm trying to figure out what lobby I'm in. My feeling is there's maximum amount of cars that'll show up on your screen at any given time. I'm not so sure. Hey, I was. Oh yeah, we're not swapping. So, okay, that's fair. That's fair. You got it. All right, hold on. I'm coming. Don't worry. Uh, there is a maximum number of cars I think you can see in a given screen. 7.8 dyno. So you should be able to run 7.6s in that car, right? Um, all these Supras beats dyno by about 0.2 with shifting. So, which is what I've been seeing a lot with Supras in here. Although I did race one guy with a Supra that did 7.3s. So he must have gotten his Supra pretty set up for like 7.5, 7.5 and change with the dyno, which is hard because much like this car, the Supras will be like 7.9, 7.10 performance point by the time you get into this lobby. Which is kind of the thing about this, right? The lowest performance point card I can get in here seems to be something like the DeVol 16. But the 16 seems to have really lousy matchmaking in this range for whatever reason. Um, I couldn't even get it out of hyper, and I had like 696 performance point or something, and really high evo, but just didn't like it. So, uh, or it could be I bumped it somehow. I just didn't pay attention. I don't know. All right, let me grab a different car. We got quite a few cars that we can mess around with. And oh, Cobra's back. Okay, one more race with Cobra. Let's go. Busted Knuckles. I know all about Busted Knuckles. When I tried to work on my own car, I busted my knuckles quite well. And guess what? I learned that I am not a mechanic. In fact, that was life telling me, don't become a mechanic. You will lose fingers. So I'm just not a mechanically inclined dude, right? I'm okay with the keyboard, but I can wrench a little bit. Like I can assemble some IKEA here and there. But if you told me to go work on my car other than maybe changing the wheels at the track, which I know how to do, then I'm in trouble. I was trying to change something crazy. I forgot what it was. It was the cam on my old Nissan back in the day myself. So I decided to take apart the front of the motor, and get to the cam. And man, that I had bleeding knuckles for days. So lesson learned. Uh, we're not gonna. Yeah, I can't keep up with that F5 there. So we know what that car can do. So I'm gonna 7226 even quicker now. So um, so the F5 again is one of the cars that's really like a top choice here. All right, let's go ahead and go with this. This one, I don't know if he tweaked it. He might have tweaked it a little bit. Let's see if he's gotten himself a little bit quicker than before. I suspect it is. Yep, there it is. 744. Okay. 7596 is about the limit of this car. It does. I could probably mess with that a little bit more, but again, I set this up today. It's not bad, all things considered. Uh, so Revolto, this is not fully maxed. We're starting to get off of the really fully maxed cars. So there's that. All right, let's go ahead and grab another car. Let me think. What was the next one? Let me see. We had. Let me try one that. There we go. Let's try this guy. So the Road Rage is not a dyno beating car by much, but it has such good numbers that it can get seven. Because of this, it can be in 7.7 with a lower dyno. Which the good news is that you're not beating dyno most of the time you're racing people, so it's a lot more stable. And it does beat dyno slightly. The question is, am I going to be able to get into 7.7 or did I already bump this car? It looks like I bumped it. It's not in 7.7 now. Okay, well, that's a bummer. Although no, he's probably bumped in here along with me. So that was a car I was messing around with a friend. Um, so that one doesn't look like it's in there anymore. So let me grab the next one. Let's see. Let's go with a Chevy. Let's go with the Inyo. Some Camaros are pretty good in this game. A lot of them are not this quick though. They're not really. By the time they get to 7.7, they're not that great. But let's grab the Inyo. Slow loading from the game. I hope I didn't freeze. No, it's still rotating. Okay. This is another fun one in any lobby really, because it does beat dyno. If you launch it, I forgot if it's early or late launch. If you launch it right, it does beat dyno, and then therefore it has good numbers, right? Same thing, 2600 almost Evo here at 696. We got Rasta here. These names I do sort of recognize. I see some of these guys before. This should still be mid 7.7 or high 7.7 lobby. What was the Inyo's launch point? I think it's early. Yep. All right. Not many gears to worry about with this car. It's more of a just 3 gears to manage. And if you go back to second, you're going to slow down a lot. So you want to be careful there that you don't just slow down too much. It'll kill you. Okay. This is Yes, this is 7.7. This is definitely one of the 7.7 lobbies. I raced someone who's newer, probably had a little bit slower car. Okay, um, he feels he's ranked 70. He does have 5 gold stars, and his car is this fast, so I don't think he's without any setup, but it's again you're still at a somewhat at a disadvantage with the Supra in these lobbies if you don't have purple stars, you don't have full fusions. It's not going to be perfect in dealing with cars that are already good enough for 7-7, right? For the most part. So I'll give him one more race. Let's see. Rank 70. That's pretty impressive. You got a car into 7-7 already. All right, so I do have to launch early. I've been launching a little bit later to see if that's the launch point for this car, but see how much I slowed down? As soon as I downshifted, the car basically slammed on the brakes. Um, and that's the one tricky part about driving this car. If you want to push it all the way, and you hit the brakes at the wrong time, you're just gonna instantly slow down and kind of lose. So I have to hit the brakes later. That's all. We'll do that. We'll do that. Okay. All right. And I think I have to launch around here to get the. No, I'm not getting that RPM drop now. I forgot exactly. Maybe it's like 5.5 is what I needed. Um, oh wow. I slowed down later and it still ran really slow. That's pretty bad. Although that was closer than what I was doing before. All right, I think I've taken enough losses with him. He should be happy. Let me see. Oh, here we go. The Goldfather from Hitters. Oh, this is a dyno beater too, this car. So that one, I don't have that one set up for this fast, but that is definitely a dyno beater. I have a problem with getting that RPM drop now. I wonder why. All right, let's try again. We'll do another run. Do you guys know what RPM I'm supposed to launch at for the Inyo to get the needle drop? Is it later or earlier? Because I'm playing with it and it seems to not be wanting to do it. Um, yeah, see, it's not doing later is not good either. It seems. So I'm not sure what's going on here. Anybody? Anybody? Anybody use this car a lot? Can tell me the needle drop like sweet spot on the launch? Because I'm sure there's a launch point that I'm missing somewhere. Is it maybe 4K? Oh, okay, very early. Okay, so it's very early launch. That's what I needed. Oh, slow down too much. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, 4K. All right, perfect. That's what I thought. Oh, he must have given me that one. Okay. All right. I'm gonna give him 200K and move on. Oh, Ian. Oh, wow. He needs money. Okay. All right, man. Let's give you some money. I didn't realize he was that short. Okay. All right. So 4K. All right. I got this. So the way I launch the car, in case anybody's wondering, is if you don't use this method, it's a little weird. But the method is that with the launch button, you simply hit the launch button when you would normally release the gas so the needle would hit the RPM you want. So the concept is if I want to hit 4K, I tap the launch button during the countdown that I would normally let go of the gas to hit 4K with the needle. That's the idea, right? So that's really what the whole point is you're trying to get the early enough to get that 4K and then you're good, right? So that's all that is. So that is how I launch the car. Now, when it's really early, really late, it's trickier to time it perfectly. So sometimes with the car, particularly a very sensitive car like the Regera, I would just let the needle go and let the needle right back to where the launch point is and then hit the launch button. So it's not always working for every single strategy, but it does work. Okay, so all right, here we go. Again, instant nitrous with this car, and he'll catch up right around here. Yep. Okay. All right. So I gave him some money, and then I'm gonna move on real quick. We'll try somebody else. Let's give somebody else a try. Also, let me push this car once to see what exactly it runs. Oh, here we. This is. I actually did a video on this car. I know this is a good numbers car, but let's see how it does. Let's see how it does in 7.7. Ooh, that didn't want to activate the nitrous at all. It was giving me some trouble, right? Now, I have a feeling that he's running probably near or slower than his dyno, and I'm running under my dyno. Oh, my pleasure. I didn't know if you were in the chat. I figured while you're racing, you couldn't say anything. Um, but yeah, good races. And again, I just wanted to kind of give other people a chance. That's why I don't want to stay too long on one person. Oh, didn't get. I'm gonna lose this. I am definitely losing this one. That's okay. If I'm gonna lose, I'd rather go slower. That's my chance to not go too fast and kill my car right away. Uh, it's it's tricky with that launch. That's the one thing with. Oh, I'm almost out of gas. I need to keep. Hey, Green Viper. All right, let's go again. Oh, he accepted too quick. My device is a little bit slow, and his is probably fast. This thing, oof. All right. I know this one, depending on how well it's set up, is going to run faster than that. So let's give it our best shot. I'm launching now too early. That's why there's a lag on getting that nitrous to activate. The nitrous, so the nitrous sticking is a launch issue, right? We get them on certain devices too, but what I find is that if the perfect RPM is 4K and you launched at 3600, the nitrous may stick. You launched at 4200, the nitrous may stick. But if you got it right dead on at 4K like you should have, it'll instantly nitrous. And that happens more during showdown when a lot of the max cars have to be driven that way. That how much off you are really affects your ability to get it just right. See how I stuck? I hit the button only once. Earlier I was double tapping or triple tapping because I know that nitrous will stick. So I'm going, you know, tap, 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 hoping that it'll start activating. And it didn't activate until what, almost 4K on one of the runs that I did. So it's something about the way the needle lands on the RPMs that does that to me. I'm not sure what the issue is, but Android devices seem to suffer from it more than iOS. iOS, most people I talk to don't complain about that. But on Android, a lot of people complain about that issue. It's like they know that it's having problems getting it just right with that. Okay. All right. So did you get bumped? Because Brian, did you get bumped again? Because you disappeared. Oh no, you didn't. It's my gas, not my fault. Duh. Not watching that gas meter at all. Okay. Okay. All right. Ooh. Ooh. This is. We got a green one of this coming, right, in that event. Unfortunately, that green one was given to us many, many years ago, and now they're just recycling it again. But at the time when this car came out, it was quite exciting because it's such a cool looking car. But as exciting as it is, it just wasn't. I don't know. It just wasn't that good. Not to say it's bad. I mean, it's doing pretty good here, but I just wish that car was better. That's all I'm saying. And the black one looks cooler anyway. Um, Not the Viper green one was bad. It just, but it does look cooler in black. It the lines and everything with the red. That's grayish black, and that's actually gray. But it's dark enough that I can tolerate it. I'll deal with that color. I usually don't like any kind of gray, but that particular gray I can handle. All right. So 775. Remember, a little bit off on any shifts, anything, it still affects the overall things with, you know, how the cars end up. Um, NSXR Legend is still great. I mean, it's always been great. It was actually one of the OG great cars, right? And then after that, it it has just stayed competitive um, when a lot of times new cars would just make these old cars obsolete. The NSXR managed to stay alive. Okay, good races. Let me move on. I'm going to move to a different car. So as you can see with the Inyo, maybe I'm not moving to a different car. Okay, with the Inyo, we're now down to the 690s performance point, so the car is going to be a little more stable overall than the 714 cars that we were using earlier. Okay, so let's see how. Now that's a Supra, so if I slow down too early, I'm going to cost myself the race. But that's a newer player, so I didn't expect him to run it super fast. Okay, so here we go. All right. All right, so let's move on to the next car. So this is kind of a slower end of 7.7 here. Let's see if we get a different car. We'll probably end up in a little bit faster end of 7.7. So what do you think? Have you guys used any of these cars like this in 7.7, or you're mostly sticking to like one or two cars? I mean, everybody uses the F1. We know that. F5 Venom is obviously a very popular choice too. But for sake of variety, sometimes I just want to use something different. Right, so this guy here is a little bit higher on the points. It can't get into the right dyno range with under 700 points. It just doesn't have enough. But it's not a bad car actually, and it's viable in 7.7. But the higher performance point means your matchmaking is going to be less good. It's always like that. The little bit lower performance point cars matchmake a little better. A little higher performance point cars matchmake a little less. And if you can get a little bit of both, like both high points and some dyno beating, you're always going to have your best cars for a particular lobby. Okay, let's see. That was a newer player, so again, not surprised. Oh, Brian's back. Okay, CCA 50. All right, Brian, let's do a full race first, and then you can hit me up for 200K. I'll be happy to compensate you for potentially bumping your car. But unless you beat me. If you beat me, that's different. But if you beat me, maybe I don't have to compensate you. Okay. 7.5 is about where this car is in 7.7 lobby. The best I can get out of it without more pushing. Re-challenge me if you can. There you go. You don't have to run fast. I'm not going to push you. Run it slow so you don't bump your car. Okay, I'll stay behind you, so don't worry about losing. Just run whatever you want to run. So again, this Camaro's cool looking and pretty easy to launch and drive, so it's part of the reason I like it. Most of these cars that I'm using today, other than the Max ones, I think like particularly this one here would be stronger in slightly slower lobby rather than being up in this, 7.7 kind of lobbies, because it's starting to push to the point where it's losing its edge. There are only two or three cars I would say that is that good when you're talking about in the faster lobbies. There's just not that many. They're all good. The 7 or 8 cars I'm using, I consider them all good. But if you're talking about pinnacle of performance kind of thing, then really there are less number of cars the faster the lobby you go to. All right, I'm gonna do one more with you, Brian. Then I'm gonna jump back out. I think Green Viper found me too. Okay. Um, yes and no. So I find that driving slow ultimately will bump you down. That's been the traditional strategy. One of the things I find to do it well is to swap. Winning while running slow seems to work even better than losing while running slow, because you have to lose more than, and you may not need to win that many times running slow to kind of reset the car. So when I have both my cars in lobby together, whenever I bump, I just find the other car and then win a few times slow, and usually that gets you back. Okay, this is a very good car. I'm waiting on stage sixes for this car. If I can get some stage sixes that's not crap, I'm definitely looking to see how great this car is. My feeling is that it's going to be really good, but is it, F5 Venom good? I don't know. That's hard to say. I think he slowed down. I have a feeling he slowed down a little bit there. Um, but that's definitely a good car. Uh, Running slow with the bots could bump you down. It definitely could bump you down. Absolutely. I actually always run the bots when I see them. Mostly, firstly, as I keep saying, if I see the bots pop into the lobby and the lobby's already pretty full, that tells me something's up. Uh, the matchmaking is thinking of me. It's like getting that twitch in your eye when somebody's talking bad about you. When I see the bot, I'm like, uh-oh, matchmaking's thinking to kick me. That's where I get real. I start to look at it really carefully, be like, and I run the bot, because the bot. Remember, in 7.7, unfortunately, this doesn't work. But in slower lobbies, remember, you can run. I think this. I'm going to try to win this again, see if I can actually beat this car. But in the slower lobbies, the bots will tell you if you're moving up or down, because the bot's runtime, you just subtract a second from it. That's usually what lobby you're ending up in. So you can gauge, right? But bots top out at 11.9. So the fastest bot's only going to run like 11.9 or something. So in the 10s, 9s, and 8s lobbies, you can't use that gauge anymore. But in 10-second lobbies, you still can. Uh, but then by 9s, you really can't. So that's where I always run bots. I do use them to gauge how I'm doing. All right. Wait, did I win that last one? I think I did. No, or did I? I can't remember. I I'm not really looking at the screen. Okay. All right. And I agree with that, Melon. Always run them. If they're available, run them. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. Is that you, Green Viper, or is Grocknar a different player in hitters? I can't be sure who's who. I see Ken Black from hitters. We got a full lobby in here. A lot of people in here. See newer and older players both in here. Okay, Sciatic Sage. 5 Gold Star, rank 87. Or is that 67? I might be going blind. I can't see. Everything is just a blur to me. Especially going down the track. Everything just looks like a blur. Right? I hit the brakes on that. He's a new guy. Let's give him a win. Wow, 8.2. He needs to work on that a little bit. Probably missing fusions. Anytime I see cars like this that's in here in lobby like this and run that slow, that's oh, you are a Green Viper in game. Okay. Are you still in my lobby? I didn't see you though. Ooh, that's another car. I don't think I have that car. I've been skipping prize cars quite a lot recently. Ooh, that thing's quick. Woo! High Evo. Look at that. I didn't slow down, so 7.46s. That's nice. That's a good car. That is quick. 7.4s, you're starting to get into pretty decent range. 7.3s, you're 7.3s, you're looking at some pretty much top cars, and then 7.2, well, 7.2, you have a special setup. Okay, that's one of the recent prize cards, isn't it? I do recall that look of that card, but can't remember the name. One of the SEMA builds that Natural Motion loves to add in here. Oh, the is that the Doughboy? That's the Doughboy. Oh, you're Ken Black. Okay, okay, got it. All right, all right, good. Let's not bump that card. That's a pretty good card there. Okay, so this is the Greening Auto Company Camaro IROC. I like this car. I don't. Oh, sorry. I don't know if was that you, Green Viper, because I literally hit back as somebody challenged me. I'll be right back though. I'm gonna come back in with a different car. I should be right back in lobby in a second. Okay. Let's get to the next one. So we got the Inyo. We did the green. Let me see what else we got set up here that can get in here. We got the Valor. Ooh, yeah, the good old Solus GT. Oh, yeah, and also the Utopia lands in there too, the Utopia. So that's another one I should use. I remember when Solus GTs were over this lobby. Now I don't see them as often, but uh, they're still good cars. It's just a matter of getting them to run right. Okay, I'm back in the lobby. I see Grocknar, but he probably got bumped, so this is probably a little faster. I don't think this is still the same 7.7 we were in. Let's see. Oh, I got a whole string of cars. I see Cobra in here. Okay, let's run it. Okay, so trying to think, what's the RPM to launch on this car? Not that one. Supposed to get 0 RPM drop on this car too. Mm. People just kill it. That's true too. Um, it is a very common car to kill. I still think the Solus seems to be more dominating in like 8.2, 8.6. Um, it's okay. It's not bad in 7.7, but I think it's better in the other ones. 5K. Okay, thanks. Got it. All right, let me ease up on Cobra there. Okay, so I should be in the the fast end of 7.7 right now. It's what it looks like. Um, let's take another run. 4K on that car. Okay, okay. So between 4 and 5K. But again, if I get it off by too much, that instant nitrous doesn't want to activate, and that's always an issue with this. These cars that like to have instant nitrous coming off the line, you really got to get that RPM right. It makes the difference between a good run and versus a great run in the car. So it does make a difference. All right, so that's no. All right. Solus also, again, I may be able to find a slightly lower performance point um, to get it in here, but it doesn't seem to like 7.7 without too many upgrades, and that's my biggest beef with this car at this point. Uh, it's not a terrible car by any means. It's a great car, but just some cars are just better in some lobbies than others. Ooh, you coming, Viper? Which one is this? Is that the what is that? Is that the BT? No, that's not the BT. I didn't get a good look at that car. Oh, that that is the Silhouette. Oh man, you using the LB Silhouette Works. You're a brave man. I'm not sure that car. I mean, it might be good in here, but I personally don't use it. I mean, at least for live racing for the most part. Um, just couldn't find a good setup with that silhouette card. The numbers are always kind of iffy for me. Green Viper. That's a good looking car though. I did see in real life the LB Aventador years ago. Um, these LB kits are really impressive up close in person. White, you know how white a Lamborghini is already. Imagine the Aventador with the LB kit being that much whiter, big fat tires. It's just such an awesome view. Um, they custom rims, of course, because the what's already a deep dish rim basically now is like a cavernously deep rim with the LB kit. And the most memorable part about that car was the lady um, who drove it. And yes, it was owned by a lady. The lady who drove it had Big Money Boss embroidered on the tires. So the tires were custom. It says Big Money Boss on the tires in white letters. So that was very memorable when I saw that. I was like, yeah, she knows what she's about. Okay. And she knows what she's got, and she wasn't afraid to go flaunt it. Because that thing was, you know, man, it's hard to describe, man. LB Aventador convertible with custom parts on top was just awesome. Oh, okay. I figure you use it just to find me, but um, so Solus GT, I haven't. I mean, I don't have it set up too well. I kind of thought of it last minute last night and said, hey, let me grab the Solus and put it in this lobby. It I think I had it before in a much slower lobby where I liked it better. But this one, you know, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not gonna beat the again. It's not gonna beat the F5s. Not in 7.7, I think. It can probably squeeze out a 7.3 run if you play with it enough, but 7.3s is possible but hard. I'm not sure I would ever see 7.2 in it without like playing games with matchmaking to get it to push it into 7.7 that way. And by then, this will be a little on the too high side. I think it's not. It's a top five light racer. I agree with that, but you know what I mean, Melon. It's good. Every card is excellent in one dyno range, good in other dyno ranges, and then sucks in certain dyno ranges. Right? That's almost every card in the game. Some cars have exceptionally good in quite a few dyno ranges, like the Solus GT. And then you have cars that basically sucks in every dyno range except for one, and they're out there too. And that's really what, in most cases, separates our opinion of what's really good versus what's just okay. Uh, we know cars that are really good. Yeah, the McLaren F1, a very good car that's always competitive in almost any lobby until it maxes out. And then you have the F5 Venoms, which are good in almost any lobby as long as you set it up right. And then you have other ones, Solus GT, that's definitely one of them. CCA 50 is actually quite good in almost every lobby I placed it in, um, by virtue of its high numbers and dyno beating. That that new flash card has a limited dyno beating, but because it's such high evo, I think it also can be very good. Um, let's see. These are guys we saw earlier in the others. So again, what happens is you see who you see, but what when you leave a lobby and come back in, like when a guy leaves, I think the game takes the next guy that's trying to get in and just fill that spot as long as their dynos sort of fit that range. This is why when the lobby's really full, it's hard to get into a lobby. But when the lobby's like wide open, you can, you jump in and out of the same lobby no matter what because there's just not enough cars to put you somewhere else. Uh, that's where you kind of get bogged down in one lobby sometimes. Yeah, no countdown. All right. It's okay. Yeah, I mean, the numbers are great, right? It has really high numbers. It has a certain amount of limitations. At least I didn't dig deep into that car, but I think its dyno beating is somewhat limited, but not bad at all. Because zero point 0.2 is definitely enough to get you um, enough dyno beating to get somewhere. But the but when you have like the higher the higher number cars that can also push itself. Wow, I lost by okay, I lost by a little bit there. So um, the higher number cars have more flexibility in going lower dyno and still getting into a higher dyno lobby. So that margin will always help you. It never hurts. I'm gonna take that 200K from you, Brian. No, no, I'm kidding. Oh, geez. Yeah, I ordered that too, by the way. I'm actually looking forward to Forza Horizon 6. I'm going to probably do videos with it once I get in there. Um, that's that's the game I'm looking forward to coming up in May. Uh, I bought that. Which package I forgot? The expensive package that lets you have a few days early access, and you get like one or two cars included or something. So that would be fun. Okay, here we go. Come on, Brian. Come on. All right. I think you got that. I slowed down just enough for you to blow by at the end there. All right, good races. Now, like I said, Solus GT I think doesn't push as hard. Oh, out of gas. Doesn't push as hard in here as it would in a little bit slower lobby. I still like it here. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Ooh, this is which Camaro is this? Is there so many Camaros? I can only tell that they're different ones because they look slightly different, but they're all pretty good though. Most of the Camaros in this game's pretty decent, if not good. Oh wait, that's not a Camaro. Wow, I am so bad. What car is that? Hold on. The screen is too. Wait a minute. That is a Camaro, isn't it? No, that's not a Camaro. That is the Barracuda. Yeah, so that's a Plymouth. Duh. The front end threw me off, but that is not a Camaro. Okay. That's a good car. It just not one that I built or won. I don't think I have that. Another car I never won. I like pink cars. It's embarrassing to be beaten by pink cars. So I tend to paint mine pink when I can. Okay, let's go. All right, let's push this car a little bit. See if I can eke past him near the end. Oh, good, good. Okay, 7397. Probably has a little more in it. Um, so again, the Solus isn't bad. It's pretty solid in here. Okay, let's go. All right. I don't want to make this into a bump fest for everybody, so I'm gonna ease up a little bit on some of these runs because mutual destruction is basically what happens when you start really getting into it with these under dyno runs. All right, Green Viper's back. Ah, the Tiffany truck. I think everyone wished this truck was better, but it's not. It's just not good. I wish it was better. I really do. Come on, man, you can do this. Yeah, that truck is a classic, but it's classic and bad. It's just It's so badass in real life, but in this game, I don't know why they hate this truck so much. I mean, they even put the real shop's phone number on there so we can call them and complain about it. And yet they don't fix it up and make it better. Because they can easily reprogram this truck, I think, and make it like a really good live racer, but they choose not to. All right. Doesn't it look great though? It is really a good looking truck. And I'm not all that into trucks in general, but I happen to like that one. I just wish it wasn't horrible. It's so disappointing every time you see it. You kind of cringe a little. Why? Why did they do this? That's Mater. Oh man, that's an insult to Mater. I don't think that's even the. Are you sure that's Mater? I'm not sure that's the same truck. I think they're different trucks, but um, maybe it is Mater. Maybe I'm the one that's wrong. Oh boy. Here, let's race. I think I saw one of my team members in here a second ago in his F5. He's probably busy racing someone actually. By the way, sometimes I don't know if you guys know this, but sometimes even though it's showing you could challenge someone, they're not actually out of their race lobby. I know this because I have two accounts, and sometimes I'm watching my one account racing, and I'm sitting in the same lobby in my other account, and I can see I could challenge that account, despite the fact that it's actually busy. So that's kind of a bug sometimes. So it's not always counting out because the guy hates you or doesn't want to race you. He may not even know you're challenging him. So keep that in mind. That is one of the bugs in this game with live lobby challenges. Yes. Okay. Yeah, F1s are good. I think fastest F1s in here will do about 7.5, 7.5 and change maybe. But probably not. The F1's not going to be able to usually. Well, some of them might be able to add some more parts and still stay, and maybe some force. I think getting a F1 McLaren F1 in here doing 7.3, 7.2s is nearly impossible because it just bumps into hyper too easily. Um, Not to say somebody might not have figured it out. I haven't. Okay, this is another one that's Ken Block's Mustang Unicorn, I think. Again, this car actually is pretty awesome in Forza, but not as much in here. In Forza, that Hunatron or Unicorn is quite good for making points. Little tougher to get it to shine in here. Top speed's pretty high on that. Uh, I think he launched a little late. I saw a positive reaction time. So negative reaction time in real life means you red light and you lose a drag race in almost any event that you go to. In this game, there is no such thing as a red light. So negative launch is not a problem. The only problem with the negative launch is if you launch too early, your RPMs won't land right and the car falls on its face. But there is no early launch. There's no red light. So most cars actually use a negative reaction time launch. It's just the way the game is. Has nothing to do with anything. Okay, but a positive reaction time launch in this game, in almost all cases, make you run a little slower. Hey, Soundwave, welcome. So what I'm talking about is this, okay? Notice my negative reaction time launch is really, really... Now, it doesn't make your car go faster. It doesn't make you beat the other guy, not like in real life. You're not actually jumping. It's just a matter of when I actually hit my launch button. So I hit it at negative 5.583 to get to that launch. He did it at negative 0.017, meaning he hit that button almost right before the one disappeared. Versus I hit this as soon as I saw the one, I hit the button. So that's where these reaction times come in. Real drag racers, when they first play this game, see the negative reaction time and go, "Oh my God, that dude jumped." In real life, yes, but in the game, it doesn't count for anything. Nothing start counting until the cars launch, so reaction time is not calculated into your game. Okay, it's just a it's literally a number that tells you when you hit the launch button. It's all it is. And different cars use different optimal points to start. So don't worry about the negative reaction time. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? Anybody? Anybody? Well, I've been in this car long enough. Let me switch cars. Racing's going great. I bumped all the Foley Max cars almost immediately. They left the party early. So we're now moving along the list here into the cars that are not as fully maxed, that actually carries high evo and can stick around a bit in lobby. So racing's going good, Soundwave. I've given out some cash. Some guys got some cash from me. I'm just giving them away. It's part of the fun. And Quinton came in with his F5 Venom and ran 7.22. So that's the benchmark target is now 7.2s. Nah, I'm not. I'm not. Yeah, I'm starting to get into the lower performance cars. I mean, lower performance point cars, the better ones, so to speak. Wait, how do I drive this one? Hmm. Is it? I think this is how I drive it. I think. I'm not sure. Melon, shift pattern. I forgot the shift pattern. Oh, the F5 is a crazy car, and that's the like if you get the purple star of the F5 Venom Roadster version, I think it's the slightly faster version. That one probably has because there's so many different versions in the game too, but that one's probably one of the best ones to get both lobby advantage and maintain lobby, beating lobby. So as long as I see this car, I know I'm still in 7-7. That's my crewmate's alt that is almost always in the same lobby. He barely ever moves it out of there. This is not quite slow side of um, 7.7, but this is I've seen 7.8 cars in here with newer players, and mostly 7.4, 7.5 with most players. So let me jump out and back in again. Maybe we'll get a different lobby. Let's try to move this a little bit. Anybody trying to find me, or you guys are kind of just watching me jump in and out of lobbies at this point? I'm surprised you never get bumped, Viper, because that's such a thing with this game always. People get bumped. That's one of the most obnoxious thing about this game. Ooh, this this car can be down tuned to run 6.9 in here. I've seen it happen. Uh, Might even be that guy. I can't remember, but uh, you can definitely run faster than you can run faster. You can run it once. I mean, you'll get bumped afterwards, but you know, it feels good to get that one kick in the balls in once in a while, right? Here you go, buddy. Bang. And then the game kicks you. That's what you get for down tuning that much. Okay. All right. Let's go. All right, Soundwave. See what you got. You got something better than what I got, apparently. No! Maybe I don't know about that instant second and nitrous thing, Millen. I don't know. I think it should be maybe a different launch point or something. Maybe I launched too early. Let's see. Hey, let me see if I can do a little better here. All right, let's go. Yeah, this run seems a little faster. Oh, I'm going to slow down because we just did a 7-5 run, both of us. So I think he and I both need to take it a little bit easier. And then next run, I'll run it all out, see if I can push it into 7.4, I think. 7.4, 7.5. I mean, 7.5 is easy. 7.4 is the trick. With this car, anyway. Fourth gear, fifth gear. I am almost positive there's something with the shift pattern I'm not doing right. Let me think. Um, maybe okay. Let me try a new shift pattern and see if that'll. Okay, here we go. Late, slightly on the late side. Let's go all the way through. I didn't slow down that time. I wanted to see what the car can run. Not that great. That's okay. All right. Maybe I need to tweak this car some more. Okay. Here we go. Let's go. Let me know when you find me, Green Viper. Okay, let's go. Here we go. Instant second and nitrous. Okay, let's do that next. Since it's, I'll push my car again. I'm trying to see if I can get, let's see if we can get this car into 7.4. I should be able to. Or at least very low 7.5 it should be able to do. Come on. Nah, that was slower. At least with these parts. I mean, don't forget, I'm not running fully maxed. So that does make a difference in some of the cars with shift pattern. I think I'm going to try instant second nitrous, but then early to third. That might work. Okay, sure. F1 is the de facto swap car for a lot of people. It is for me. If you see me in my F1, I'm mostly looking for my other account. That's oh, my own guy refused me. Rinsler, Rinsler. This again. This is a flash car. This is why this game is making so much money because people are buying the flash car and building it quick. I mean, we know that costs some money. All right, that should be 7.6. Yep, 7.6 run, 7.7 for the Rinsler. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's do something fun here. Let's see. Um, the good news is this card. I mean, I'm actually again, in my opinion, I'm not sure if I'm exactly accurate here, but oh, you were just leaving lobby. It's okay. Uh, don't follow second gear. Like when I see him, I'm pretty sure I'm on the slower end of 7.7 for the most part. Whereas if I see certain other cars, I tend to know I'm in the faster end of 7.7. Um, so we got. I mean, these guys for the most part should be like low 7.5s. Let's try Tunner. Well, I mean, some of us use our own credit card, but the point is the game makes a lot of money because people are willing to spend, right? When new stuff comes out, people spend. They wouldn't be around for so long and putting out new content so fast if they had no money. I mean, let's be honest, the game's making money. And they charge a lot, so they make a lot of money. It's not just little money. Um, I know they do release these numbers every year. It's not exactly a secret. You could probably look it up on Google, how much the company makes in a year, that kind of thing. Because they release that public info for their shareholders, so it tend to be available online somewhere. Uh, okay, okay. So Utopia, I don't have it. I thought of the Utopia this morning, Millen. So I was like, ooh, let me see if the Utopia is good in here. It's not bad. Yeah, they also make money from ads. You're right. So they have a lot of sources that they can squeeze money out of. I'm sure that it's costing them millions and millions to keep the game updated like this too. But it's something that they definitely look at to keep their revenue stream going. Uh, well, we know this is a big dyno beater, and it's not quite as easy to drive in 777 as I thought it would be. But because it beats dyno so much, it can get into a pretty fast runtime. A little hard to slow down. Oh, this car? Probably not, but let's find out. I think I'm in some sort of 7.7 because I saw this guy earlier. So this is 7.7. Different grouping of cars, but you know, um, what do you think? Let's raise Chase. Oh, the Utopia? Yeah, Utopia lobby's great. Um, so it is. I mean, it definitely is a good car. Okay. All right, that's fine. Race refuse. Let's go to someone else. I mean, the Honda truck has a reputation for destroying dyno, so it's not really a surprise people don't want to race it. Uh, but that's also the reason why we don't see as many of them around. I think because a lot of them destroy dyno, and ultimately uh, these cars are ruined over time. Oh, Benzo, that's from my crew. And that's a dyno beater too. So this is the battle of the dyno beaters. Who's going to beat dyno by more is going to be the question here. Okay. This one is 4K, I think. Yes. Now, at least with 3 gears set up, it's controllable. When you do like the single gear all the way to the end setups, this car is almost not controllable. And that's only possible with slower lobbies. I mean, in the faster lobbies, this car is not going to be running through just one gear. You're going to use more gears. But in a very slow lobby, it's possible to set this car up with like a single gear and don't have to worry about shifting at all, which is crazy to me. But that's kind of the fun part about fun part about this car, right? 8.145. Let me challenge him again. He's slowing down. I mean, this is a dyno beater too, so it depends on how you drive it. You can probably push that into 7.5s pretty easily, if not faster. Okay, let's see. Let's go 3. I'm doing a Danny Lightning. I'm going 3, 2, 1, go. Which nothing wrong with that. It actually does work for a lot of people. They use the countdown to time their launch, so that's nothing wrong with that strategy. But I always mentally do it. Sometimes I do it out loud, but it's rare. Okay, let's get some. Oh man, Benzo, what have you been doing? Spending all your money? My crew members never ask me for money. They don't intentionally do it, even though I would be happy to give it to them. I just, in our chat, nobody ever comes to me and goes, can you help me with money? Which is fine. We also, as players, we also kind of look down on people that all they do all day is ask you for money, right? But if you're a crew member, you need a little help. I know Mellon's bank's always open to the crew members. He always says in chat, the Mellon bank's open. I'm always willing to give crew members some cash. I mean, it's in-game cash. It's not like I'm reaching into my bank account here. So, yeah, if you guys are running that low, you are building stuff, you need some help, speak up, man. That's why we have a crew chat. All right. Is it my turn to win or his? I can't remember. I don't know what I'm doing. Um, got sidetracked talking, so I'm doing a Danny Lightning. No, I'm losing my mind. This can't be good. Okay. All right. This one I'm gonna win, Benzo. I'm gonna try to win anyway. I'm not sure I can win it or not, but okay. Let's go. All right. Here we go. I really need to look at that car again. I do remember it's a pretty good car. Just I'm not sure how good it is in this lobby, but might be an interesting one to mess around with for a bit. Okay. All right. Let me give you some more money. Just challenge me again. If you're in the chat, you could probably hear me. Or if you're watching the video, you can hear me. Is what I meant. Let's go. 199. So so they're gonna keep taking a little bit of your money, right? Even in the game, they take our in-game cash, man. So, except Tracy, yeah, our crew leader's always broke. That is the funniest thing to me. But the man builds everything. I don't think he has a car in the game that he doesn't try to build. He builds everything. It's like car comes out, I'm building it. I love Tracy. He's great. He's always like, he builds a car and he's like, "Oh, Max, this car's awesome," and I go, "You just built it. Give it a little time." "No, no, it's great. It's great. I'm going to build the next one too." Hey, he builds everything. But then he gets to do all the events because he has built cars for every event because he builds them all. All right, here we go. This one I'm going to race it and nitrous stuck. Nitrous did not want to go. I'm going to just run it out. Nah, we don't go for purple star cars. When our crew started, it was a bunch of guys from the same, from the same area in the U.S. They're a bunch of guys from Helena, which is actually a town. That's why we're called the Helena Hitmen. We're not actually like it has no relation to like any other country or anything. It's literally a town in southern United States called Helena that the original crew members were from. I joined the crew really early, like first season. They missed the very first milestone car that came out, and they made a Facebook post asking for players, and the comment was, "We came really close to getting the milestone car. We're looking for anybody who actually plays to help us." I happened to be out of a crew at that time, and I go, "You know what? Let me jump in and see if I can help them." Oh no, don't watch it. I need to stop talking and focus. Hold on. Can I quit this? No, I cannot quit this. This is annoying. No, I gotta suffer through this ad with you. Sorry. So I joined the crew that season and we got our first milestone car. This is when milestone just came out in this game. That was back in 2000, beginning of 2017, if I remember correctly. When the first one was the FXXK, that was the very, very first milestone car. And the next one up was the 918 Spider. And it was like this acid green one. It was really obnoxious color. But that was the next car. And do not watch more ads. And the third one after that, I believe, was like the LB 650S or something. So, or no, no, I'm sorry. It was the Venom Spider. The Hennessy Venom Spider, Venom GT Spider, I think. So we won starting in the what did I just do? We won starting in that season where the 918 came out. And lucky me, I had a glitch and the car never. I had to delete the car if I remember correctly. What happened was the game glitched after we collected the car, so my screen would be black. And you can't hit anything, right? You load in the game, it'll be a black screen. So I would hit all over the screen looking for a button. I'm hoping a button would pop up that'll give me a chance to, do something. And it did pop up, so I was able to switch to a different car. And then as soon as I tried to switch back to my 918, it went dark again. So the glitch was built into that 918 Spider. So the only way for me to solve that glitch, and I did badger support, but back then support was even less responsive than now. They didn't really respond. So in the end, I decided in order for me to keep playing the game, I just have to delete that car. So that's what I did. I ended up just selling it to get rid of it. and that fixed my game. So that's one of the milestone cars I lost, and I didn't get that car back until almost 3, 4 years later, when it finally came around in some event. Is I think when I or it was used as a milestone again or something. That's when I finally got that car back. That's how crazy the glitches were back then. And you go through all this. I mean, people who played long enough remember when Fast and Furious first came out, everybody lost all their fusions. All the cars got stripped of all fusions, and Natural Motion was scrambling to fix that. So a lot of fun stuff if you've been with this game. It's like every season something new comes out, there'll be a new fun glitch that comes with it. Uh, right now it's the no countdown for my account. I don't get to see countdown sometimes, and it happened on my entire event. Like during the event, there's no countdown. So fortunately, in tournament I get countdown, so I know that's not connected. All right, here we go. Let's wait. What's going on? Uh-oh, he might have disconnected. Usually when this happens, somebody disconnected. If he's not, yeah, he disconnected. I know that. I know that happens. On his screen, he probably got to the part of accepting. He accepted and went right back to lobby. Is what that tend to be. And then on my end, once he actually disconnects fully from the game in some sense, then my countdown starts. So that's, you know. Okay. Oh, see, he's in lobby waiting for me the whole time, going, what the hell happened to that guy? All right, here we go. This time we should connect. It usually only happens once, and then it's just some kind of connection glitch, or it's gonna do it again. Uh oh. Uh oh. Not good. Yeah, I think he never made it. There's gonna be another free win. Same deal. And he's back in lobby again, I'm pretty sure. It's not, I don't know why this happens. It even happens between my two accounts. Sometimes I'm trying to find myself to swap, and I find my other account, and this happens over and over again until I just restart the game. Because, what are you going to do? It's some kind of connection issue, though. Very funky. Ooh, LBN. Okay. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's the W16. What am I doing? The front end looks alike, but W16. Okay. Great car. The Mistral. Again, it starts to be less good when you get up to sevens. It seems to be better in the eights and nines. In nines, actually, it's really good. And then like eights, it's good, but sevens, I think it start to struggle a little bit. Um, at least that's my opinion. All right, let's see. I don't know. I didn't see a re-challenge button for some reason. Oh, because I'm out of gas. Duh. Okay. I hate it when they did this. I really liked it when I used to see the dots come down because then I can track what's going on. Um, I'm playing on a computer, so actually my screen is much bigger than your typical phone screen. Even then, I have a hard time keeping track of this because you got this guy's ugly mug right next to it, and I really dread accidentally hitting him and then getting the stupid pop up. So anyway, I wish they just left the gas thing alone the way it was before, but no, they had to hide it from us. Okay, here we go. All right, we got about another 12 minutes before I got to call it. My doggy actually just gave me a warning. He gave me the 10-minute warning. He's like, Wolf, 10-minute warning. Get ready. Okay, here we go. New event. Actually, you know what? After this race or two, let's go check it out. Let's go check out the new event. Okay, here we go. The truck is actually running 7.6 something dyno, I think, and then it or 7.7. I think it might be right on 7.7, and it beats dyno, so it's able to kind of be in here and still be able to do the you know, all right, Cobra's using this car now. So earlier, I think I couldn't read that other name. I can't remember it, but it was the same car that kept disconnecting. Oh, I didn't get my RPM drop. Not good. Not good. Ah, shouldn't have slowed down. Should have just stayed in it. Yeah. All right, let's do another one. Let's do one more. One more. I do like the fact that they put a lot of these SEMA muscle cars in, though. I don't know how much you guys like muscle cars, but um, oh, you found me once the Inyo and they got put. Oh man. Oh, no countdown. I got cheated on that one. All right, I guess one more race. That was the game cheating me out of that one. I read the comment. I looked back and I think that was already the third screen bump. So all I saw was too late to hit the button. Ah, Inyo is your 7-7 car. Nice. Wow, a few times from the challenges. That's not good. You can't even read what it read because it's so big it covers up. They should have just like shifted this up a little or made it a little smaller or something. All the big trucks do this. They block the numbers. You can't see what the hell's going on. Yeah, Domino's warning me. It's frisbee time. The Inyo holds up pretty good. I actually like that car for its performance. I don't like the way it looks. That's not my. I'm kind of annoyed with the way it looks, but it almost like that color. I think it's the color that bothers me. It's not the look of the car. It's the color. I really wish they did a different color than that puke green because that's what comes to mind every time I see that color. I'm like, yeah, I've regurgitated that color before. Beautiful color. Definitely what I want to paint on my car. 7 point, you're running, you're running 7.39 on me already. Come on, man, you're gonna get bumped. But it's okay, it's okay. I see what you're doing, Soundwave. I see you. All right, all right. Let's do 7.3s. I know this car can do it too, so let's run that 7.3. Woohoo! Wait. We have to wait because I can't read the number. Oh, 7.302. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Pretty solid run. Okay. And re-challenge. If I don't accept, that means I got bumped. But if I do re-accept, that means I'm still here for now. Oh, I'm still here for now. Oh man, yeah. Back then, that was part of the whole AR original American road trip, isn't it? If I remember correctly, and that was not an easy event to get all the way through to get to that final prize car. So yeah, I remember. And then I mean, look, they gave us some really fun cars that are still good. I was in the that Camaro IROC Z earlier. I really like that. The Inyo I think is from that event. And then there are a few others as well. So oh, sorry, had to turn the mic off for a second. All right, I'm back. Yeah, I picked some good cars, right? What do you think, Melon? I mean, obviously I avoided the meta car of the bunch, which is naturally your F5 Venom. I mean, that car just, it's a crazy car. We all know that. But I love that car. I didn't want to kill it. I'm okay with killing this car. Worst case scenario, I just don't use it for a while. But F5 Venom, I really want to keep that car alive. It's one of the, you know, we all know that how good that car is. This is a good car actually for this lobby. Surprisingly, we discovered this by chance. I started messing with it, and all of a sudden I found out it's actually quite good. So, hey, Soundwave, getting gas, or did you disconnect? What happened? That's not that broken. It's okay. Um, oh, here comes Neville. Okay, all right. This is we all know about this car with its numbers. All right, Neville. Let's see how badly you're gonna trash me in that thing. Oh, nitrous didn't kick in. It's not good. It was close. It was close. I mean, I arguably can squeeze past that. I wonder if he can push it into the 7.2 still with this one. But that Valor's good though. We know the Valor is quite good because it actually dynos faster than this one. And it runs pretty close. So nothing wrong with that Valor. Ah, come on, Nitrous. Work with me here. Yeah, he and I both know that another run at 7.3 is probably not good for either of us. The Devo is it should be excellent in 7.7. Mine is for some reason very hard to get out of hyper. I did try to play with it a little bit to set up for the live stream. It didn't like it, so I don't know what happened with it. Uh, but yeah, the Devo definitely is a good car, and we know that. I mean, that's one of the better flash cars to come out. And as it gets closer to fully maxed, that car actually um, beats Dyno a bit. Like it doesn't like to beat Dyno before that, but once it actually is close to fully max, it can beat Dyno. There you go, 7.294. So this car has crazy numbers, and but the problem is getting all the fusions for it over the years. Hey Stacks, you're catching the end of the stream here. I'm supposed to call it in a few minutes. I was having some fun here with Nabil running the Honda truck against his F1. So the about the fastest I can get out of this truck is right now it's like a 7.30 something. I could probably bump that up slightly and get it into the 7.2s because again every little part added makes it faster. The question is whether it'll still stay in 7.7 or it's gonna just bump straight into hyper. Um, Something worth looking into. But ultimately, at this point, is it really necessary for the most part? Probably not. Um, it's kind of overkill to run it that quick all the time. And no matter how good your car is, at some point, running it that quick is going to move your car to a faster lobby. I mean, that's just a given. Any car. Um, all right, let's get one more race here. I'm going to go back, Nabel, after this race to. We want to take a look at the events on the map before I finish the stream. And my dog gave me warning number 2 already, so I heard him complaining out there. So I gotta get ready before he comes knocking on my door, telling me, "Hey, hey, come on out," because he's not shy. He will come and get me. That's the one thing about owning a German Shepherd. They have quite the personality, and they're not afraid to show you. He'll drag me out by my ankles. Okay. All right, all right. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the map. No, that's not the IndyCar. That was the F1 cars. Yeah, Nabel's definitely a very, very good tuner. One of the top guys that I've ever encountered. Shamrock Scramble, okay? This is the same car that we already got a long time ago. So they're the only thing that they're doing is because they want to use green. So everything they gave us was green. They just picked whatever car in here, except for the first one. They just picked whatever they can find that came in green in this game, and just said, here, these are the cars you get to use because they're green. Rocket Bunny, Z, Ruffian Car. And here's the problem. It looks like you're going to have to use all three because the last three lock-ins, those are the only three choices, 1, 2, and 3. So, um, that's it. So if you don't have this one built, you got to build it. You don't have this car from before, you got to get it. The one that may be rougher to get for most people would be this one. I know that it was used in, I think it was a showdown prize or something at one point, but I don't know. It's like you building a bunch of cars to get something that is old and, well, it's not terribly bad. I would say it's semi-bad. Okay, and there's a prettier one in black, and there's a nice one in white. The Bianco, and then the black one. I like the black one the most. So, but some people love green. Like you got green in your name, you're gonna like green. I don't mind green. I think some of the exotics actually look quite cool in green. Oh, look, tournament. My tournament is here. And look, I have a stock car for it. And look, even better, I don't even have a car for the second one. Let's run it. Yeah, I got the white one, I got the black one, I got the green one. Why do I want another green one? It's just taking up space for me. All right, boy. Come on, shift. All right, come on. Let's go. I may rank 40 out of whatever players with that run. Let me see. That was a good run on the stock one. 56. Woohoo! Probably out of 60. I'm like 56 out of 60 in this group. No. Are there any more people underneath me? No. 56 out of 60. Terrible. Yeah, I know. My crew is ashamed of me for this. No second car, stock first car, barely ranking in the thing at all. Not a good look. Not a good look. So you actually run a little faster if you like shift out a second right after 60 miles per hour, I think. So, but anyway, I'm doing my part. Okay, I'm putting in my 10 points with this car and 0 points with the other one. But I am doing my part. And that's exactly kind of the thing. Every little bit counts with this stuff. Um, oh, forgot it's a launch button. Yeah, well. It's not about the game cache. Like, I only like upgrading cars. Thanks. Blaming me for the lack of prizes. This is why I should not show you guys this stuff. Okay, I should just keep my mouth shut and move away from the tournament screen. Just go away, go somewhere else. Don't show anything, because then all I do is my crew gives me a rash about you need to get on it so we can get prizes. All right. Anyway. All right. So, great card, this one. If you don't have the purple star, you're not going to regret building it. But I have the purple star, and I spent all my fusions on it. So why would I want to build the gold star on top of it? So that's the reason why it's stock. Okay. And how would I know that they would insist on using all Bugattis for a tournament? Why would you do that to us? That's just crazy. But hey, natural motion being natural motion, they'll do what they want to do. So, all right, guys, it is now 4 minutes past my deadline. My dog hasn't kicked my door down yet. Yeah, let me check. No, door's still intact. So, I hope you guys had fun. I certainly did. What do you think of the cars I used? I mean, sure, they're not all like absolute killers in the lobby or anything, but I think they're all fun choices, and it opens up that there's of there are plenty of options really, even in 7.7. So, we have 600 plus tier fives. If you can find 6, 7 cars to use as options in one lobby, you're pretty much good to go. Again, it's nice to be able to run 7.2s in there, but in the end, unless I'm racing another guy that has a car that's set up that way, most of the time I don't have to run that fast. It's just, you can do pretty well with a 7.5, 7.4 dyno or, 7.5 running car. So, um, yeah. Oh, the old bracket racing one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We can do that. Maybe the next one we'll go back to that format again. I'm thinking, and you guys can kind of chew on this a little bit, see if this will work. I'm thinking of doing a team max versus all kind of thing, where uh, you guys who are my viewers that want to join my team, we will fight everybody else, but track it on the chat whether you won or lost. And the guys that you lose to, I will give 200K to them. So they can challenge me afterwards. I mean, that's going to be tricky to manage in the lobby, but I think it'll be a fun event. And then we can add in that you can't beat a certain time or something, so it's more of an even playground for all the people that join this. So let me know if that's something you guys think could work. I know it's tough when we're not on a voice chat situation, but I was just mulling that idea before. So let me let me know what you think about that. All right, for maybe the next stream. And most likely, looking at my schedule, I could do this again possibly next weekend, and worst case in 2 weeks. So I will again put the notification up about a day or so ahead for everybody. So thank you all for joining me. That was a really fun time. And I hope to see you guys at the next stream. And with that, I am done and out.